Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. Thank you very much for joining me. I've listened to, well, the topic today, boys and girls, is different channels and their correlation to unconditional love, at least for me. So, for instance, I listen to tons of different channels, all different types. And, from, if you look down in the description, you can see the different people and the different channels. And I've noticed the most correlation for me for unconditional, like just spontaneous unconditional love, during the channeling would be Kryon, and or focusing on that particular entity would be Adronis, and then like random flares of unconditional love related within hours of watching Bashar. And just all these different types of circumstances. I've listened to tons and tons of stuff now. There was a channeling from Kryon about Lemurias when I first started to become aware of these types of materials a couple of years ago. And that was like a heavy one. I was outside at 10,000 degrees out in a New York summer cleaning, and brutal temperatures, and I'm standing there with this broom, and I'm like listening to this on my headset, and all at once, and he was talking about the Seven Sisters and Lemuria and all the connections between all those, and extraterrestrials are watching you, and you don't know and anything about your quantumness in relation to creation. This is everybody's watching. You're doing something that hasn't been done ever in creation. So, and when I watch Bashar's or listen, usually it's just listen, but it's not a direct correlation generally. Sometimes, very rare, it's usually like later in the day. I'm just doing something, or maybe watching some TV, and there's something, maybe an act of kindness or something on in a documentary or what have you, and then all at once this flare, and then I concentrate on different entities, and I talk about this in different videos, like TReb and Adronis and Bashar and Kirioki, and along this, the Quantians and fairies and all kinds of good stuff. And one time, a couple of years ago, when I was concentrating on Adronis, I had the longest and strongest set of unconditional love that I had come through, so much so that I had to go sit down and just be for a while, which hasn't occurred. I've had strong flares like that, but I haven't one that was just like, whoa, ah. So much was coming through that it was next to impossible to do anything. It was just like having an orgasm, basically. Like when you're having sex and it's time for happy, to release, then your attention can't focus much on anything else. It was like energetically and damn light body, auric field, all this stuff. It felt like a crazy energetic alignment, and I just needed to go sit down for a little while and chill. So I just wanted to share that. I don't know if other people have that type of correlation between different types of materials, and I could be listening to a song that I really like, and sometimes I might have something come through, but particularly Bashar, Adronis, and Kryon, or consistent, because I've been listening to lots of different things lately. Then when I squeak in like Bashar, then it flares up later. If I squeak in Adronis, sometimes it flares in later, but Kryon usually is concurrent, like right then and there. So just wanted to share that. For some reason, I just wanted to get that off of my chest. I thought of that today. I was like, well, that's interesting, and I thought you might find that interesting as well. Thank you very much for joining me. Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation, coaching life, business, and spiritual. Also retreats, boys and girls. Don't forget retreats. And all of that is down below in the description. Tons and tons and tons of stuff down there. Retreats and the foundation and information on coaching and all the different channels. This is particularly all the ones I just talked about will be down there. And if you do like this video, please like, subscribe, and share.